Okay, guys, as promised, I have another short video for you. Today we're going to go over um, just the schedule really briefly, and then I'm going to show you how to make sure that the articles you find are considered like scholarly articles, right? Tomorrow is the 4th, so by midnight, right, in your journal, you're going to list 5 scholarly sources for Essay 3. And again, these don't have to be the sources that you end up using. If you end up using something else, that's fine. But it's better for you just in terms of like time efficiency to try to make sure that the scholarly sources you find are ones that you can use. So it's up to you on that. Right, today also you'll be responding to 2 classmates. On Wednesday, your works cited page is due. Try to revisit the MLA works cited tutorial so that you can write your works cited page correctly and according to format. And if you have any questions on that, just email me. Right, and then on Friday you have a draft of essay 3 due. Okay, after that we're into finals week, and your final essay is not going to be due until Friday the 15th, and you have a reflection for essay 3 due on Saturday the day after, and both of those are like midnight deadlines. Okay. um, If you have questions or issues, or you feel like you are not going to be able to get it done, please email me as soon as possible. Um, okay, so I'm going to close that. And what we have, so I'm going to start at UNM's homepage just to make sure everybody knows exactly how to do this. Just go to my UNM, and my internet is going a little bit slow today, so I just have to apologize in advance because this might take a couple more minutes than it usually should. Okay, and right, libraries are right here. Okay, scroll down. You want to use main campus libraries. Okay, you can pick one of these specifically if you want to. Generally, the easiest thing though is to just like put in whatever it is that you're looking for, right? So I'm going to look up science fiction right now because that's what I'm into. Okay, so basically before it will let me download anything, it will usually force me to sign in, right? But before we get into that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys some other ways you can limit your results. Okay, so peer reviewed is the box that you want to check. Okay, peer reviewed means that it is a scholarly article. Okay, basically all people really mean when they say scholarly is peer reviewed. And it means that when the article was published, they sent it out to like 2 to 3 to even 4 people in the field, so that they know that the article is like telling the truth and well researched and everything. Okay, so in this science fiction thing, if I was looking for an article on science fiction and I click peer reviewed, that means that that article had been read by at least 3 people who are considered experts in science fiction literature or science fiction film or science fiction of some sort. Okay, so I just did that and it refined my results. Okay, but I can't see them because I haven't signed in. So I'm going to sign in really quick if I can remember my password. Okay. And hopefully we'll get slightly clearer results now. There you go. See? And now you can download basically whatever you want. Everything that shows up at this point has been peer reviewed and will be considered a scholarly source. Okay. Another thing you want to do sometimes is do full text only, so you don't end up with like just abstracts. Like a lot of the time they'll publish the title and all the publishing information from the abstract, or from the article, and then they'll just have like a little, I don't know, like 300-word summary of what the article is about, but they won't actually have um, the whole article. Okay, if you have to, you can use stuff from abstracts, in my class especially, but it's better to just hit full text, and that way you don't have to worry about just getting these like kind of like micro bits and pieces of your articles, right? So there's a bunch of really interesting stuff coming up already, like Dobby the robot. I'm actually probably going to come back through and download that. Okay, so usually you can just click on whatever it is, and find like the source information, right? Here's your subjects, right? These are kind of the keywords that it's being like cataloged by. So when I put in science fiction, this is one of the articles that came up specifically because they included science fiction in the catalog terms. Okay. But let's say you find an article that's really close to what you want, and you go into I would check the subject terms like this and see if there's something else you can click on. So like, let's say I was like, oh, perfect. I want more stuff on J.K. Rowling. You can actually click on that and it'll run a new search. Okay. And what I'd have to do is see, now you see that it's coming up with like periodicals and other stuff. I'd have to go back over here and click on peer reviewed again and let it limit the results. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. The results to only show stuff that is been peer reviewed. Right. So now we got a bunch of whole weird, interesting stuff on Harry Potter. Okay. So that is basically how you do it. Another way you can do this is to go to academic journals only. Peer reviewed generally should do it though. Like if you hit peer reviewed, everything that results in that list should be considered a scholarly article, and it's definitely considered a scholarly article, so far as I'm concerned. And that's it. That's how you do this. Okay, so when I want you guys to find your 5 sources, right? Let's see if there are cats in space. Just go through and look for what you think you might be able to find. That has nothing to do with anything. I'm extremely disappointed in the results for Cats in Space, guys. So let's look at High Aztec. This is one of the books that I'm probably going to be writing my dissertation about. And so I'd be really interested in knowing what the, if there is something about it. No, 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 and no. Oh, that's because it didn't search for the full term. There we go. No results. Perfect. Well, that was a total bomb, but I was going to try to show you guys a little bit more about the subject terms. Let's go. None of those are any good. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So we found an article on Avatar. And again, here's their search word stuff. So let's say I wasn't actually really that interested in Avatar, but I wanted to look at like decolonizing science fiction. I can switch to like decolonization and see what comes up there. Do a broader search on Avatar that isn't quite as narrow. So this is how it works. And a lot of the time it's just finding the right search terms, right? Like you guys saw me come up with nothing a second ago on one of the things that one of the articles or one of the books I'm actually going to be doing my dissertation on. So I'm going to have to find a way to find the right search terms, right? So if you guys are having trouble with finding information on your specific topic, just email me and tell me the search terms that you are using. And that would actually even give me a chance to go in and kind of look around using those terms and see what other terms are connected to it, and that might come up with something a little bit better, and pull more results for you. I think that's literally it. I think you guys, I would highly recommend downloading whatever articles you're going to use. Okay. because you don't know when you actually start to write, you don't know what you're going to use as a quote or as a paraphrase or whatever. So you could read this whole article and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to use this one sentence. And then when you actually write your paper, that's not the sentence you need at all. And it was actually the sentence that was like at the end of paragraph 3 or something, right? So just download it. It's free. You can hoard as much scholarly articles as you want as long as you have a UNMID. So you would just go to save, presumably. Yep, there you go. And you would save it to wherever you want. Okay. I think that we're good. I think you guys know what to do at this point. Um, if you have questions about this or you're not, like I already had a few emails from you guys saying that you were having trouble finding information for your topics. That's totally normal. Even I have trouble, as you guys just saw, even I have trouble sometimes finding information that I can use, right? So with High Aztec, that one that came up with a 0 a second ago, what I will do going forward is look for probably pyramids in science fiction, right? So I might do like pyramid, and because there's pyramids in that. I'll probably also look up Chicano science fiction because the book is actually considered like one of the like first Chicano sci-fi novels ever. Right, and I'll just like kind of scan through there and see if there's sort of like parallel research that I can use. Okay, um, that's it. I think that's it for today. If you have questions, please, 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 please just email me. Um, I'm not going to make fun of you if you're having trouble. There's there's no dumb questions, and especially this close to the end of the semester. I also want to remind you guys to start turning in everything that you can turn in. Okay, there's not going to be any late penalties. If you didn't do some of the discussion boards earlier in the semester, just go in and write as much as you can. If you can't get to like the word count, don't get to the word count. Just put something in, okay? And that'll help me give you guys as much credit as I possibly can. Uh, and that's it. So let me know if you guys need help or having trouble. And I hope you're all doing well.